Now, a special presentation of Action Sports Jacks at the Players.
Last year's last year. I'm not trying to replicate it. I'm not trying to look back on it. At the end of the day, it's in the past.
Scottie Scheffler, the world's #1 player, doesn't like to dwell on the past accomplishments, focused on trying to just win this week. But if he does, gang, that would be a three-peat. Hi, everybody. Another day closer to the start of the Players. Like to bottle today's weather and save it for the rest of the week. Absolutely perfect out there. This AM, as the best in the world, got on the course, got working and preparing for that 72-hole, $25 million battle. Most of the best in the world are teeing it up, but not all the best in the world. Some remain on that forgotten tour, the LIV Tour, which according to the PGA Tour commissioner will eventually merge. When and how, still being worked on. Marcel Robinson now with more on the reshaping of the tour.
The Players Championship is known for having the best field in golf. The best players in the world are the ones teeing off here at TPC Sawgrass for the end of the week. But that's not necessarily the case, and it hasn't been for a couple of years, because those players that departed the PGA Tour and headed to the LIV Tour, well, they're still not here. And although conversations are ongoing, there's still a ways to go before all of the best players in the world are under one roof here at this clubhouse.
When you're committed to something and you're committed to try and get to reunification and do so for our fans and for the game, I mean, that's all you can commit to a process, and that's exactly what we're doing. At the same time, you know, we're going to continue. We've demonstrably and objectively gotten stronger, and we're going to continue to get even stronger as we go forward. I think it's very clear that the focus is our commitment to the negotiations.
I mean, there's just so much that goes into it. Like, I think this is like the third time I've played this tournament while this has been going on in some way, shape, or form. So, yeah, I think it's very obvious we all just want it to get resolved, but this is something that's pretty serious. There's just so many of us really on both sides, us on tour and I think the LIV players, that we don't really know what's going on, and we're just playing golf and hoping for the best.
One of the famous sayings by many athletes in sports is that it's not who isn't here, it's about the players that are here. And that's still going to be the case here at the tournament. Why? Because the best players in the world are still here playing at TPC Sawgrass for this tournament, including the back-to-back champion that everyone will be chasing, Scottie Scheffler. At TPC Sawgrass for the Players Championship, Marcel Robinson, Action Sports Jacks.
Thank you, Marcel. There's a look at some of the odds-on favorites this year. Scottie Scheffler, overwhelming at +500. Rory, Colin Morikawa, Ludwig Aubert, JT Fleetwood. Oh, we got an international group as well. Should be a great tournament.
How it tests your game. You have to be on in all aspects, from the tee to the green, putting. Nothing's easy, right? And there's some courses out there. I mean, last week, one of those courses you just can't let up, even if it's a par 5. You know, bogeys can come in an instant, and this is one of those.
TPC Sawgrass is one of my favorite golf courses because it's so straightforward and it's so in front of you. But sorry, but you still got to hit the shots. You have to execute. If you don't, you're going to get punished real hard. And but it's also, if you do execute the shots, you're going to get a lot of opportunities.
I think it's a real thinker's course. You can't just bomb driver and catch the corner of the fairway and it stops. You know, you're trying to shape shots so the ball runs out into the correct spots, and around the greens is really, really scary when the greens are almost kind of Bay Hill-y. So I still think it's a great test, and it produces great winners.
Yes, it does. So who will win this year? Keeping in mind that I never get it correctly, and I've guessed 40 times, and I think I'm 0 for 40. I'll go with Colin Morikawa. Sorry, Colin. Why not? He should have won Bay Hill. Kind of gave it away a little bit on this past weekend, but he's had 2 second-place finishes already this year. Looks like he's playing good golf. He's going to be a star. We've had stars winning this one of late. I think it's time for Colin Morikawa to win another big tournament. Remember, he's got 2 majors already under his belt. Well, speaking of stars, another injury to the former world's #1 Tiger Woods. While working out his home, Woods has ruptured his Achilles tendon. Already had his surgery. We won't be seeing, though, at Augusta or any other golf course in 2025. You see, he released a statement back home, planning to focus on his recovery and rehab. Thank you for all of the support. Tomorrow, the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 Network headed to the stadium course. Join Brett Martineau on the Brett and Austin Show live from 10 to 1. You can watch that on any of our social channels or simply visit actionsportsjacks.com. Undefeated FSU hosting the Gators tonight on the Diamond. Who shines? We'll tell you coming up after the break.
Get local sports on demand with Action Sports Jacks 24/7. All sports, all local, all the time. From the locker room to the field, the Jacks. High school football, the Jacksonville Armada. And don't forget, the Brett and Austin Show. They're all in on Trevor. Of course. Download the Action News Jacks Now app, available wherever you stream or at actionnewsjacks.com. TV, phone, laptop, desktop. Action Sports Jacks 24/7. Jacksonville sports, all the time.
Now it's time for the best local sports team in Jacksonville. This is Action Sports Jacks, sponsored by Renewal by Anderson, your window and door replacement experts.
The sports news, Anthony Richardson, the former Gator, going to have some competition to beat out if he wants to keep his job as quarterback of the Indianapolis Colts. The Colts have brought in former quarterback from the New York Giants, Daniel Jones, to compete for the starting job. AR has struggled staying on the field in the NFL and needs to be more productive. Jones picking the Colts over the Minnesota Vikings. Welcome back, everyone, after a busy Monday. Jags signed 9 football players today. Serenity now. Took a breath. No free agent signings. Still have money to spend, but 9, a big number on the first day of free agency. Hey, we got a special venue tonight for our Jaguars Prep Flag football game of the week. Tocoi Creek and Baker County meeting in the flex field. Big fourth down play early for the Toros. Addie Curry complete to Jordan Jansen, and she'll take it the distance. You got to pull the flag. She go. Opens the scoring. Cats answer the second, though. Emma Goff to Taylor Johnson, and she's got a path to 6. Baker County will trail 7-6 at the half. After the break, defense gets dialed up by Tocoi Creek. Mia Sanchez, not 1, not 2, but 3 interceptions in the game. Impressive performance. Sanchez can throw the ball as well. Here she finds Kayla Hewitt in traffic. Nice grab. 20-6 win for Tocoi Creek. They have won 4 straight in their inaugural season. Extended coverage, including an interview with the winning coach, and our latest Player of the Week winner can be found on Saturday's edition of Action Sports Jacks Primetime, along with a lot more coverage from the stadium course as the Players' Championship hits the weekend. Stick with Action Sports Jacks all tournament, all long. All right, college baseball now here in Jacksonville. FAM and the UNF Ospreys home team are already up 3-0. Connor Moore adds to it. Second double in 2 innings. We move to the 5th at 7-3, and a couple more Ospreys come in to score. Mitchell Collins with the base knock. Turns into a slugfest, but the Ospreys in the end get the home W by a final of 13-10. Gators and Noles. Florida's won 22 of the last 29 against FSU. They scored first tonight in Tallahassee. Luke Heyman right up the middle gets Florida on the board. We move now to the 7th. Gators up 4-1, make that 6 run. Why? Watch this. Oh, he got all of that. Colby Shelton. That goes, see that pole? It goes up it hits off the speaker up there. 2-run homer. Noles' first loss of the year comes against their rivals from Gainesville. 7-2. Your final. Florida next takes on Tennessee. FSU with basically 2 basketball coaches right now. You got the retiring Leonard Hamilton, and the school has already hired Luke Laux, a former Ham player. Tonight, though, could be it for Hamilton as the Noles meet Syracuse in the ACC Conference Tourney. Hamilton looking to keep that career going for at least another day. Man, does he look good for 76. I will say that. Noles down 4 in the first half and turning defense into offense. Block on one end from Justin Thomas. Fast break 3-ball opportunity from Jerry Dang, and he got it. Later in the first half, we got a scramble for the loose ball. FSU's going to grab it, and it leads to a Jameer Watkins jam, but Syracuse pulls away and gets the final win, and Leonard Hamilton's career officially comes to a close. 66-62 is your final score. So FSU's college basketball season comes to an end. The Gators don't play till Friday night in the SEC Tourney. Next, another look at how the tour does its very best for the best players in the world. That's coming up after the break.
When you think sports, you think Action Sports Jacks, the official station of the Jaguars, on location for every game. But the most experienced team in town doesn't stop there. From high school football to the big events in the area, Action Sports Jacks is always on. Coming soon, we take that to a new level. Action Sports Jacks 24/7 is around-the-clock coverage of the teams you love and the moments you can't miss. The best local sports in Jacksonville on Action Sports Jacks 24/7.
You're watching a special presentation of Action Sports Jacks at the Players.
Always talk about how TPC Sawgrass is the epicenter for golf. Last year, they rose the bar once more, opening a new one-of-a-kind facility called the Performance Center. Back on our Action Sports Jacks at the Players. PGA Tour never stands still, always moving forward with ideas to enhance the experience for the best golfers in the world. We bring in Action Sports Jacks' Liv Tasley, who was able to get a peek at the Performance Center.
Next to the course and the kitchen, the next hotspot over at TPC Sawgrass is likely one you haven't seen or even heard of before, but it's been open to the public and players for the last year. Welcome inside the Tour Performance Center, a hidden gem right outside the TPC clubhouse. It's become the first stop before tee time and sometimes even their last stop for recovery time, including cold plunges and infrared saunas with a physical therapist on hand. The director of athletic performance, Alex Bennett, spoke about how this is a one-stop shop for the athletes.
They really have to prepare their bodies for a long season too. The season's much longer. The tour has cut down cards. Now you got to finish top 100 to keep your job. It's just become so much more competitive that players are looking for every advantage to be able to keep their job and keep playing on the PGA Tour. When you look at the top players in the world, all those guys are in here a couple hours before their round, and they're spending a minimum of 45 minutes in here going through their warm-up, going through their activations, going through their workout. We also have the technology where they can do assessments. They can kind of see where their body is a quarter of the way through the season, which is a huge advantage.
You can train like a tour player as well. They are open to the public every other week of the year. They work with players from junior golfers who are just starting their game to senior players that live in the area who want to play more golf with less pain. Now, if you're looking for time slots this week, well, you're going to be out of luck unless you, of course, you have a name like Scheffler, McIlroy, Oberg, Clark, Day. You see where I'm going with this? Alex says ahead of practice rounds, they have more than 40 guys in that performance center by the crack of dawn. He says it's way easier to count the players that weren't there rather than the ones that were. In the studio, I'm Olivia Tasley, Action Sports Jacks.
All right, don't forget, we got coverage all week long. Action Sports Jacks is at the Players. More coverage tomorrow night, 11:15 on CBS 47 and Fox 30. Thanks for hanging out with us. The fan shop is open for business. Have a great night, everybody.
Thanks for watching a special presentation of Action Sports Jacks at the Players.